June 17th, 1503. Today, I suddenly remembered my encounter with the old sailor that changed my life so drastically.
Listen to my tale.
I recall every single word, as if it happened just yesterday.
I wanted to go to sea. As our ship left the harbor, the air was filled with tension, and I was almost feverish with excitement. I imagined exploring faraway lands of breathtaking beauty in the coming months. One day, a loud scream woke me from my daydreams.
Sea monster ahead!
The most horrible creature I had ever seen was writhing in the water, and the blood froze in my veins when I saw it pull one of my men into the briny deep. As if this misfortune had not been enough of a tribulation, a terrible storm hit us a few days later, and we prayed to the Lord for help. After the storm had raged for days and nights, the Lord finally led us into calmer waters.
Yes! Land in sight!
This time, the lookout's call expressed relief. We had reached our goal.
Why should we believe you? Yeah.
Well, see for yourself. I made an exact map of the region where we landed. We loaded our carts to transport all of our belongings into the interior of the country. When we finally found a suitable area, we started our settlement. Our cities grew rapidly in size and reputation. Trade also began to flourish.
This was the end of his tale.
Oh, look!
I guarded the old sailor's charm like a treasure, and was determined to discover foreign lands just like him. After many years passed, I became a captain and commanded a ship of my own.
Cast off! Ready to sail!
In January, we hoisted anchor. We have been at sea for months now, and hope to find land soon.
What's up, everybody? Hello and welcome to Anno 1503. We're going to be continuing our playthrough of the Anno series. We're moving on from Anno 1602 and from the 90s into the early 2000s to try out the second game in the series. Very similar to the first. This game, in my own opinion, is a lot harder. I've tried some games on my own, and I've lost a couple on the medium level difficulties. We're going to be playing on a lower difficulty today, but just a little background on this game. This came out, I think, in 2002, and it was the last of the Anno games that was developed by the original developer, Max Design. They did the first two, and then there was a transition into a different studio, and then eventually it was picked up by Ubisoft, and it became the game that we know today. This also is the last of the Anno games with the 2D sprites. From this point on, after this one, it was 3D. And you'll see a lot of the similarities between this and the early one, but there's going to be some key differences that we kind of see. So we're going to do a normal game. There is a campaign. It is quite long. So if you really want to get into the thick of it, that's a good one to go into. So I tried out one game on Marquess level, and I got absolutely destroyed. So I'm trying to think about what I want to do here. Maybe we just play on... Honestly, let's do like Viscount. I know enough to make do, but I got absolutely destroyed my first attempt at this. Alright, right away we need to find a large island, and these... Not the fucking volcano. Let's take the island right to our north here. Not the best, but it has the best in the way of buildable territory. And the islands in this game are really small. It's not until the next Anno game, 1701, that the islands start to increase in size. So we're going to have to really tuck things into a small area here and make do with that. I'm going to come and sail around. This is a very similar spawn to the other game I had. Like, it's almost identical. If this game has marble, if this island has marble on it, I'm going to lose my shit. At least this island is identical to the one I did in my game where I lost. Which is why I have trauma. Alright, immediately settle.
Is rich in salt deposits. You have met Mongols.
Oh, this game. Oh, this game is so brutal. Let's not do that. Oh god. A new one, please. Viscounts. Many islands, normal-sized islands, large ore deposits. What, can I change this? What's this one? Many islands, large islands, pirates not very aggressive, lots of money. Many islands, large islands, very high soil fertility, peaceful computer players, more than enough money. And then, what was Marquess? Normal size, sufficient number of ore deposits, high soil, aggressive pirates, sufficient amount of money. We're gonna play on Baron. Give me the damn many large islands. We'll do the other ones harder, but these early games, man, they are rough. And let's go settle a large island. Let's actually try to grab the... I don't like the terrain here. This is a cool island. We're going to try to take the one that's closest to us. Do we? Or do I... This is probably the best one to build on.
Hey, Captain.
Ah, we're already halfway there. Come to this one. This is an interesting island gym that we have around us. Like these little places around them. Some of these are probably going to have natives on them. Hopefully we don't run into them. And let's go and settle.
Yes, Captain.
Alright, unload our stuff. All of this can come out. And what we want to do... Okay. Right away, we want to go ahead and build probably 3 of the lumberjack huts. Like 3, it tends to give you just enough to really get things kicked off in the early game here. Let's just make sure we are. So a new thing in here that I don't remember from being in the last Anno we played is that buildings have a certain side that you can extract resources on. Like this one, you can build on this side. And some of them are more peculiar about where they can pick up resources from. And that leads to me making a lot of placement errors, because you can't go and move stuff. You have to tear it down and rebuild it. And not gonna lie, I've lost games because I get really tight on money, and I just misplace stuff so much that I have to kind of fall apart. But hopefully not this time. Hopefully I have learned and improved and have become better with the 5 or 6 hours I put into this game so far to learn it. But we will see. We will see. All right, we're going to get 3 of these forester huts down. Get us a stable supply of wood. And I'm also going to want to grab and click this button here to plant all of the fertility around this hut. Nice little quality of life improvement from the first game. Anno 1602, you had to place everything manually, and that sucked. And we also are going to probably want 4 of these hunters' cabins. These things are pretty forgiving about the area they take up. Like, this is going to probably be fine here. So let's just do, like, 1 here. 1 here. And for now, that's fine. And these guys, we want to build the road all the way out this way. Same with you. These guys don't have fertility. They just kind of work on their area. And their area tends to be pretty large to where it doesn't matter too much about what you're doing here. We want to throw down a market building and a tannery. That'll be enough for one of our early demands. And where do we build on this island? Well, I want to kind of get over this way. Guess we come up and around this way. Just take a path right up the road. Throw down one of these market buildings.
A salt deposit has been found.
Salt on our starting island. That is good. We should have a scout somewhere. Let's have him come and scout over here. want to just kind of get our way through this little mountain pass. We're down to Marketplace. Okay, and we can now come over here and start our actual building. Cool. So what I like to do with our buildings here is we want to kind of do our pioneer houses on the edge here. We want to kind of rush to get to settler level. The reason for that being is that settler is where you start to actually make good money from your people. And it also is where we can start making tools. So we're going to go really bare bones initially and rush to settler so we can hopefully get some iron going and some tool production. So we're going to only do 6 houses initially once we get some more wood. If we're really lucky, we'll have iron on our starting island as well as salt. And that's what we're hoping for.
Very well, my king.
So it does not look like it at this point. Hoping these guys would have some deposits, but they're not mountains. They're just kind of bluffs and outcroppings. Go speed 2 so we move a little faster.
I am on my way, sir.
So there's 2 schools of thought. You can either rush up with a small number and be super efficient on space size, or you can build a big settlement. And typically on this one, you want to kind of be efficient because the island size is so small, you need to really kind of pick and choose what you're building where. Maybe we do something different here. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to throw a main market here, and on the opposite side of it, we're going to do the traders. So that was, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we do this. And is this a zone that I can't build on? Oh, it's because I don't have the market. No, solve my own problem. Okay, main market building right here. Now, the thing about this game that's different is that these public food and salt stalls and the like, these are what generates your income, is from selling this to your actual citizens here.
I am going, my king.
If I mess this up? Is this not in touch? You need to grow, but you should have access, right? Oh no, this is built in a different angle. Does it require a woodcutter to build a woodcutter? It does not. That's handy. Okay, that should be fine. Do I need to have it? Is there only one entrance here? I bet you I'm screwing myself by not having this set up this way. Oh no, it's fine. Oh, it's fertility. They needed to grow the trees more. Okay. That makes sense. Where's our scout? Let's get the scout back on our guy. We need to find iron access. Let's check this item. We also need to get control over spice and tobacco. 2 resources that we need for our first tier of things. All right, we want to go ahead and getting our food stall down. Food, we want to also get our cloth and leather. And we'll pick up a new stall type in the next level here. I think we're going to try to go up with just 6 of these guys. One more, I think, and then we come over this way. The house sizing is very irregular. Time's off by 1. Grab that. We're going to go up to our higher speed. And eventually we won't need any of this wood. We're going to have a ton of it excess until we start producing things.
Can be built.
So one thing we can check here is if I build a market building here. It will scout these deposits for me, which is ideal. And hopefully there's iron. No, there's not. Okay.
Set all sails.
Well, let's go and check this island right here, because there's two little
Close hold.
mountains there. Let's start building our tavern. So tavern is going to require us to supply alcohol to it. There's two thoughts I'm having here on how to place this. Let's do it this way. Put new stuff on the other side there. This is all kind of taken up by other things. And to supply them with alcohol, we need to go ahead and build ourselves a small farm. It's just on the small. These are really tiny. And our first couple of these are just going to be built over here. Do two of them for now. And these make alcohol and food, which is nice. Your road comes right through here, I think. Yes, okay. Good, we can extend those out if we need more, and then while we're there as well, we should start working on sheep farms. Very space-intensive sheep farms. I don't like them. They're going to be a huge burden on us in the early game here if we build too big. So we want to kind of do our ideal ratio. In fact, there's not a ton of good land to build these. So we're going to do one and then a second one right here-ish. And for these, we want to have ourselves a weaver's hut. Your edge of your land is right here. Edge of your land is right here. We're going to slot in our weaver's hut right in the gap that we have here. One thing I definitely take for granted in the other Anno games, I clicked off the screen there, is that we can actually tell exact production ratios. I miss that so much. Because in my test games here, these sheep farms are very tough to know just how many of them you need compared to other things. It tends to be one of the first goods I run out of. But for now, that's fine. Two of those. If we check back over here, this will give us supplies to everything we need in the moment. And eventually we're going to actually unlock more. So let's start with another tier of these houses. Let's do a... Oh no, let's do that differently. What I found works for me is doing like a kind of a corridor grid pattern.
A chapel can be built.
All right, that unlocks our chapel. Chapel we're going to slam down right here. And we have settlers. Okay, with settlers...
People are very ignorant, so you should build a school.
With settlers, we get access to a couple things. Namely, we have the ability to build a quarry, which we're going to do right here. Once we get the wood for it. And how is our funds coming in? Not too hot. Can't really build additional shit here. Put one of these guys down. We need to have you check our supply. So this is a spice island. We'll probably colonize it if it has what we need.
Order and we shall obey.
Looks like a hard no. I'm not seeing any other mountains beside these two, and these don't have resources.
I am going, my king.
You do have access to spices, so we'll keep that in mind. You are going to have something in those mountains, though, so we'll go and check that out.
A church can be constructed. Set all sails.
Do a few more of these. Just want to try to make this balanced. Okay.
Yes, my king.
Using the scout to explore is very tedious. I'm happy this is only a one-game thing. I was very surprised when I loaded this game for the first time and realized I had to micro this guy to check out.
Island offers gold.
Gold's very
Where
good,
to? Where to?
but we need iron. Our first settled island should have iron. There's none of it in the bluffs over here. Do have salt. Surprised you haven't like explored. Maybe I need to. Let's bring our explorer back. Maybe I'm forgetting something in this. I feel like there should be more than
The
just
fleet is on course to target.
that in my main island. Alright, first things first, let's get a quarry here. We also want to get a stonemason. Just one. We can afford to do two in this place, but we'll do two now. We have enough funds that I don't need to pinch pennies here. At least not our opener. Okay, next to the church, we want to build a school. Schools are important. They give us access to research, which is very nice. And churches is required to build our higher level things. So let's do a school right now. First, let's finish out this tier of housing. See if we can fit a school in our grid plan, which is probably a yes. It's very annoying in this game having to make sure everything has market access. It's like just one building that you always need to have. And even using market in this turn, I mean more so the market stalls than the actual markets. That's warehouses are always the thing here. The market stalls are like another level of annoying micro. Okay, and we can fit a church in there. Not a church, a school. Churches don't fit cleanly in these. Need tooling. Okay, now we're now out of tools. We'll need to buy some. We want to purchase building materials, tools. Let's make sure we have 50 at all times. Where is our ship? And we're going to come and see if we actually have space over here. Surely there's something else in these mountains. Are we full up on something? Oh, we're doing really good on food. Not so good on alcohol or anything else. We'll work on that.
Very well, my king.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Aye, Captain.
Alright, someone come sell me stuff so I can keep building. Would be greatly appreciated here. Good news is I think we're now in the profitable area as far as our expenses. Just have to stay in there. Where's our scout? Come in here.
Yes, sir.
Well, where to next? Let's check over here. It is right on the doorstep. We could turn this into some kind of
Fleet
like
commander on deck.
hunting island.
Ahoy, Captain. There is a shortage of salt.
Alright, they started to want salt. Do we have tooling to actually build it? We don't have tools. I ain't gonna be building salt without no tools. Up to 100 tools. It'll be very expensive. That's 5,000 gold right there. I don't have the damn scout. Where
Aye, Captain.
God.
Yes, my king.
And this is why this is a terrible system. It just takes so long to do anything with the damn scout here.
There is no tavern.
There is no tavern. There's tooling, so we can fix some of our problems. Should have access to hops. We do have hops. And we also have herbs and wine. So hops, what we really want to do here is set up our hop plantations. Or hops farms, I should say. And where the hell are we going to put these things? Well, this is reserved for city. I guess we extend out this way. Build a fucking market stall, so of course we need one. Okay. First things first, hops. This is fine right here. We can deal with the fertility issues. God. One thing they also do in later games is they bump up the size of your... Oh, I just can't build it because the terrain's terrible. Okay, that's fine. We'll work with it. You're joking. This thing's one block too far. Okay, well, throw this up here instead, and we're gonna ditch this. And we're gonna get ourselves a tobacco brewery over here. That'll help deal with the shortage of alcohol. In the meantime, let's keep throwing this up, and I need to go and do our micro for exploration. I can't build over here. Okay, we'll put a school right, or a church right in there.
At your service, my king.
Please. Cool.
Hoist the anchor.
Okay, one thing we can do, if we have enough, is do our salt mines. Think we have just enough for our salt works? Oh, we don't. Well, we'll get there. He's coming here to trade with us.
Order and we shall obey.
This island has nothing. It's too far north.
We are going, my king. There is salt on this island. At your service, my
Okay,
king.
another salt island.
Sail close hauled.
Feeling good about this one, I hope. Let's get our salt production. That's one thing we can easily grant. Salt is like really... There's a ton of it. There is an actual boatload that gets made in these kinds of facilities. Need wood. Gonna take a while. Now, while these upgrades are coming through, we just need to
We are going, my king.
focus on this.
This island is rich in salt deposits. You see pillars belonging to a long forgotten civilization.
Where?
We are going, my king.
Found fucking artifacts,
How may
apparently,
I
or
give
something.
service? This island is rich in marble deposits.
Alright, we'll come here when we have these guys that use marble, but none of this is helpful for me. Let's do one more take around this
At your
block
service, my
here.
king. Very
Nice
well,
wine.
my king. Where to?
Do a little dance around this. Nothing. Surely there's not iron hanging out in the fucking Arctic here.
Captain.
This one is the same island, so let's see if it has similar or better resources. I'm gonna start producing our salt here. Okay. So raw goods. What do we have? Well, we need alcohol. Is our alcohol getting made? It is. Is that enough? Here's what we can also do. I was planning to expand this. We can do it here too. These guys make food, so I don't mind doing them, and they're dirt cheap. Actually, it's not super cheap with 20. It's also weird that every time I go to click on it, it feels like the location that the button is different. Or the location of the buildings is different. Okay, we are in risk of fire, so what I want to do here is need to get access to the things that help with fire. So firstly is a school. We've talked about it, but time to actually build it. You're going to gather knowledge. And we want to go and get a well and then a fire thing, which is right here. There's a fire brigade, and we want to throw you down. I didn't realize there's no space here for a well. For now, what we're going to do is we just slot in the main market building on this side. Delete this one and put the fire brigade right in here, and that's what the setup we're going to go forward with in a lot of places. Market stalls right by the fire brigade, and this can be built right here. Didn't realize that wasn't there.
The people are happy under your leadership.
All right, we do want to sell some of our brick. We don't need this much. We'll just keep at 100. I'm also going to sell some salt, because salt will skyrocket. Those things are very productive.
Screams echo in the streets. Fire!
Just in time.
Order, and we shall obey.
All right, that's the only thing we really have to deal with, and they only really hit our main stuff here.
There is marble on this island.
Marble.
We are waiting for your order.
I mean, I can get by with only access to
For king
buying
and
tools.
country.
It's just really rough on
On
the
our way,
purse.
my king. The island offers salt.
Salt marble, same as the one above it. You.
Fleet commander on deck.
Surely this thing has some stuff. Let's stop ourselves at 50 here. I don't need 100 tools. Before this guy comes in, just absolutely kills me. Yeah, good thing I did that. We are still... No, we're making money. It's just right now we have shortages elsewhere. Really the only shortage is in our cloth. I'm okay with our current size of our pop. As long as we can make stuff work with this, I don't mind keeping this size.
What can I do for you? Marble.
Marble.
Can be mined on this island.
Got a
What can
ton
I
of
do for
marble.
you? A fire has broken out.
I have a lot of those fires, by the way. Get used to that pop-up. Surely there's more than just a marble deposit here.
We are on our way, sir. Very
Back to the
well,
boat.
my king.
Check this one. Don't do me wrong here. Is my thing transparent, or is that's looking weird?
The fleet is ready for your orders, Commander.
Yeah, it's like I can't tell. Maybe it's just my eyes are bad.
Plot a new course.
All right, get out. What do we
It
have
is an
here?
honor for us. that
Iron.
all deposit has been
Yes. All right, we're coming over here to colonize this. We're gonna get our
found. New
production
orders
set
for
up
the
right
fleet,
away.
Commander.
So, one thing we need to fix before we go over there is we need access to the stuff that's used to make boats. But do we do that now? We'll use our main boat here. It's more important
New
to get
orders for the
our
fleet,
iron.
Commander.
Drop the scout off because we're going to use this boat for trade. I want to go to construction goods and load up excess wood and a little bit of brick in case we need it. Probably won't need it, but good to have. We're going to come over here. It's a cotton iron place and a tobacco place. We can get some tobacco going. We might as well since we're going to colonize it anyway.
Moving, Commander.
And we do need tobacco. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to first put this down.
The fleet is on course to target.
We're going to unload everything we have. And the first thing we want to do is make sure we have some kind of wood production here. Because it takes wood to smelt stuff. So we should have that
The people
available.
respect your government.
So it's not the best. Any production is better than none. And since it's only a construction good, we're fine with having a little bit of inefficiency here. We want to just do this way. Can't take it all the way down the line. We can get close. Okay, now we get our iron. Right there is fine. This needs to go away. We're going to do our iron smelter. Make sure it faces the right direction. We want a tool smithy right away as well. Bam. Can load excess stuff up onto this. Oh no. Ditch that. Now with what we have available, we're going to use it for what is tobacco production. Tobacco, we need 2 of these probably. We'll put wells here later to deal with any shortages this might provide. We'll just get started with a basic tobacco producer. We can't fit too much here. And then over here we need to do our tobacco manufactory. And that's about it for what this island can fit on it. Do that. And then we're going to put in 1 second market stall to help out with the capacity. Just so we have excess here. Okay.
Screams echo in the streets. Fire!
Another market building to help gather that. And this is about full. If we need food, we can throw food production up here with the fishing. But this is about as good as this island's going to fit. And just to make sure we're not running into any issues, we're going to load up all of our wood here. All right, that is our tool production. What we do now is we're going to go and set up a trade route. So we want to do one here. And then the other one's going to come back over here. And
The fleet awaits your orders, Commander.
Kalina? Is this Kalina? This is Uturson. Uturson. You want to load up tools. We want to load up tobacco. And over here, we want to go and unload those. Tooling and tobacco. Tobacco. Ship to it. You can stop buying tools now. You should have enough coming in to where that's fine. You're saying we got 100 of that?
A flaming inferno is threatening your people.
We'll deal with the inferno, no worries. Okay, and over here, let's look at our raw resources here. A lot of excess in the way of hides, so we can get a second tannery, right? Build that. You're facing the right direction for us, sure. Cool. Now we need more sheep. I hate sheep. So space intensive, the damn things. This is really blocking me right there. All right, let's do some more research that we can do here. Let's get the weaving mill. What this allows me to do is I can replace you with a weaving mill. And this guy will allow me to be more efficient. So I can come over here,
Fire has broken out.
drop this, get a third sheep farm. A third sheep farm. We can make do with that thing. I need to reconnect this road. We're going to do it in such a way that it's not going to take up space over here. There we go. Just do that. Unless you can replace those guys with cotton plantations, so that's our eventual goal. They'll be productive, and we'll have more throughput. Another thing we need to do, always actions, is we're going to get up a couple hemp productions. Probably just 2. Because these are what we use to make rope, which is used for a couple things, but mainly sailing and sails to make new boats. Our rope maker is going to sit right there. How are our funds looking? We are losing a little bit of money. Not enough to really... Well, no, it is a lot. Our difference is huge. The trade deficit's not going to be made up there too easy.
A fire is destroying your houses.
Yeah, I'm going to just turn off the sound for fire. There's not one for the other catastrophes, so we just are going to sit with it. Okay. You don't have tobacco products? I haven't built the stalls for it. That's why. Alright, this will help us a little bit, because we get the money from the actual sale of the item. So we need to have our tobacco and spice stands here in order to make profit. So these guys are all going to come through, up on their tobacco. We should see the money start coming in. And there is our profit. One house from being at 300. Wish I could throw it right in
More
there.
than 500 people
Or 500.
inhabit your city.
Which we do. Throw this over here. I also need to keep an eye on our food production. That's somewhere that we could be a little bit low if I'm not careful. So far, so good. This looks like it's barely getting by. Curious to see how tobacco holds up. Let's get spice production going. Let's find a spice island. You are a spice island, and you're a spice island that I can go and fill cotton in. Which is our best island here.
Your city is developing into a thriving metropolis.
So, the one thing I needed, got the hemp for it now. We can get our extra set of boats built. Just throw this. What happened here? Huh. There was something here. I think. Where'd our scout go? Let's just put the scout where we can see him. I want him to be right by our...
Where to?
The donkey's in the water. He's stuck. Okay, so we need to get this enough cloth and rope, and we want to commission ourselves. Honestly, I want to do... Probably... Actually, we'll get by with a small trading vessel. We don't need the heavy stuff. What about a church? That's on the list of things we need. I can afford it. And I was going to build it right here, which we should commit to. Which means we need to have our second group of housing to keep it in line. And funnily enough, the church doesn't count as a chapel. So that sucks. We'll need to also build a chapel somewhere over here. Part of why I built the tavern so far this way. Actually, I should swap these two. Yeah, live and learn. Right, food stand. We'll do our leather stand. We'll just go down the line for these. And we're now going to have our... Wait, what the hell? Oh, you don't need all your needs met. Oh. So that's the university. There's a public bath, gallows. I don't know what the gallows do. I didn't build them in the first game, and they don't exist in other game. Is there like happiness? Fear? What's the point of a fucking gallows? Clothing stand we'll need to add. Different types of
A
streets.
university can be built.
Alright, so we get grain, we got cotton, we got silk, indigo, sugar cane. Over here we get dye works, tailor shops, rum, which takes sugar cane, I guarantee it. Whales, mills, bakeries, charcoal, smiths. Built the smith tier 3 thing here. A whaler at 600 citizens. And we have access to marble, which we'll need to build stuff again. Okay, things are coming along. What do our citizens need? University. Silk cloth, and they're going to now demand spices, so we have to get them spices. But this probably doesn't mean we're making a lot of money now. 270. That's good. That's good enough to make us profit. It does mean these guys probably have different... Oh.
Your rule has been wise and prosperous. Your people are happy and want to thank you. You may construct a monument to yourself.
Okay, please don't do that every time. Notice how we no longer demand hides here, but we still need cloth. So let's compare. Pretty much the same here between this and... Do you have a settler's house anywhere? They need salt. They need food still. No hide. And if I think...
Paths can be built.
That's about it. They still have some other stuff. So, okay. Also, weird that the citizens actually have to go to your thing to get their need fulfilled. That's odd to me. Alright, while I'm here, let's get through the things we can build in the school. Let's get the large mine done. We got this. So what does the large mine allow us to do? We'll hang on to it, but we can maybe build that later. Okay, the thing I'm waiting here is our access to this. Need cloth. We need to make cloth. We build cloth production anywhere. We could do it on our small island here. Our small island. Somewhere. Down here. Right here. It's like a fucking dot in the ocean. I don't think we really need to, though. So you're not keeping up with our production here. Our demand. So we'll need to build some more. Luckily, we're making profit now, so I can do that. These are all temporary. Once we get access to a good cotton island, we'll replace everything with cotton. Build 3 of you. Get a weaver. And that will stay there for now. We don't actually have connection. First mistake connection-wise that I've made. There's a door on the back there. Door's not a connection point, so it needs to go that way. And is 3 the perfect ratio here? Let's see. You're staffed, you're fully working. We're going to drop all the trees on this area that we can, just so I can see what's going on. Alright, cool. That's our alcohol. Do you still need alcohol? We need a tavern, which is alcohol. think we're doing good on that. Seal our cloth. Our tobacco has already gone down. Which means... So you can produce spices, tobacco on this island. This will make this our tobacco island. And then over here we can do spices. And gold. Spices here too. Don't know what's on this island, but there's probably something. I also haven't found our AI friends. Or competitors, I guess, in this sense. Alright, we're going the fastest speed we are. Making money. Making a good amount of money, so I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, this is the level where you actually start turning a real good profit. We're going to have a ton of excess leather once we upgrade everybody. So, I don't know if we use it. We probably use it for clothes, now that I think about it.
The people appreciate your regency.
So let's check out what they need. Silk cloth. Let's look at this. So lamp oil. Whales. Whale blubber. From whales by whalers. Needed for producing lamp oil. Okay. Let's check silk cloth. What do we need for that? Silk cloth. Consumer goods, system level, production or trade. Consumer good. Show me. Okay, let's look at silk cultivation field. Silk plantation. Good deals in jungles after building silk area. Enough silk cultivation fields built in service, and it costs some. Dye works. Dyes are used to color silk. Dyes are raw material produced from indigo fields. They've made this complex. Well, do we have indigo? Discovered at least. I don't think we do. I have a sinking suspicion we're going to be fighting for a lot of access to resources. But for now... Unless there's no other AI. There might not be other AI, which is fine by me in these ones. The next one will crank up the difficulty a little bit, because I am very familiar with that one. Alright, let's go ahead and keep building here. We have yet to need a doctor. Also have yet to need military. Let's get the doctor. Rather need it, not have it. Or have it, than not need it, than need it, not have it. Okay. So, the reason I've been waiting here is to get this guy built. Now we can go out and colonize something.
A new ship sails under your flag.
Alright, we'll do this side here to get rid of our shoes. We're going to take 50 of you, extra wood, and we'll bring this along.
Ahoy, you landlubbers.
Oh, we should bring the scout, shouldn't I? Oh, we don't need the scout on this.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Not the best island. But it'll do.
Aye, aye, Captain. Plot a new course.
Throw it down.
Captain, my captain.
Captain, my captain. Now we have a lot of stuff. We have tailor shops and a whole bunch of other things.
Ahoy, Captain.
Let's unload everything that we have. I'm going to assume we don't need wood here. First things first is get the spices. What are herbs and spices? Ooh, am I wrong here? It's tobacco that this produces. How's our tobacco production? Are we good on that?
Your city is developing into a thriving metropolis.
Oh, we need food. Well, that I can do. We're going to go and not do cattle. We're going to do our grain. We'll do grain farms up here. All right, now that we have money, I would like to throw down some wells. Wells help with the productivity of the fields in their area if they're not at full fertility. So you produce grain. I imagine that grain needs to go to a mill. A mill. From the mill, we're going to go to probably a baker. Yes. And that's a farm that will help us. How are you guys' production? You're at 100%. That's fine. You're at 100%. You're at 92, but you have access to enough to get you at 100. You're at 93. We'll fix you with some wells. Wells are free, by the way, which is why I don't mind building them. It just costs money and a little bit of tooling and other things. And we get ample tooling. I messed up my zoning here. Probably could have fit a different one. Oh well. It'll only bother me every time I look at it. Okay. I got distracted. We were looking at tobacco.
Deserves a monument.
Alright, we're out of tobacco. We can work on that. We need food. We can work on that too. Got one thing producing food. I also want to just throw out a fish hut. Because we can, and it's available. We haven't done one yet. And food variety is good for you. I also could throw out fishermen's huts over here and then bring them in. Not opposed to it. There's one more good we can throw into the supply line over here. I'll hold off. We'll just make it on the mainland. Okay, you do need tobacco, though. Tobacco is right here? No. Right here. Gotta be in the grasslands area. What about cotton? Is cotton buildable there? Alright, so this is where we're going to do our industry, and all our resources are going to be inland. So I say, so shall it be. This is real terrible.
The people respect your government.
Alright, tobacco. We'll just do our best with what we have. You know, the core gameplay loop of this is the same. The fertility here, the way it varies on the island, is an interesting mechanic. I don't like it. It's just made to make your life much harder for no purpose at all. Taking already small islands and making them even less useful, which is not something I enjoy. That being said, though, we do need to... Oh, we found... Ah, so there is an AI. Let's get a trade agreement with them. Oh.
A trade agreement has been signed.
I should find out where all his shit is, so I can remove him as a threat. He's too close to my home cities. Okay, we're gonna make some cloth here. Bam and bam. And then with the cloth, we can probably do a weaving mill, no? Or like, what is... Do you do what I want you to do? Let's see. So you make... Yeah, you make wool. I was confused there. Find the right button, Sean. Thank you. Can't build there because the road's all wonky. We're just going to throw you out over here. Nothing else can be built there that's of value. All right, so now we have tobacco and we have this. What else can I build that is value? You know, cattle could... No, cattle can't take this place. Let's get another ship for this. While we're here, let's go and recruit. I want to have the knowledge. Now that we have a need for guns, let's start getting military things. Cannons are the ones I really want here. And our warships and things. Okay. So I want to immediately get a medium trading ship to use for myself. I'm also going to make sure all my trading ships strike the flag. Because that basically means they're less likely to get attacked, not guaranteed.
A new ship sails under your flag.
Alright, so let's come to here. We want to set you up. We're going to load our
The people appreciate your regency.
tobacco and load our cotton. And we're going to haul our butt over here. And we're going to unload this. Unload our tobacco. If I can find it and not be stupid. There we go. Tobacco, and it's because we were empty on it. And now we're actually good on it after building that. And set them out. So you have excess now. You're out of tobacco. You're still out of food. Part of that is we have people leaving our city because they are starving. You take grain and produce this. You need 2. What's the ratio here? Guess you need 2. And we need to throw a second mill. We're going to now demolish you and use this for fields.
Your city is growing and prospering.
Grain. On both sides. Also want to guarantee we have more in the way of our wells. In farms? That's where the wells are in the farms. They can reach that. We'll just walk across. Cool. Other things we need to check. Alcohol is starting to kind of come down a little bit. How is our supply of raw goods? We have enough hops that I'm going to consider just adding a second distillery right away. Distillery is what they're called in the next game. A ton of hemp, more than we need. We could probably ditch one of these. Let's start selling rope. Sell rope. Could turn the rope into bows. That's a thought. Let's stop selling it and we'll sell bows instead. We'll get a second hemp guy. Make sure we're actually using art. I think this is safe. Yeah, it's safe. Over here, let's grab our research. We want to come over here and grab bows. Now we get hardened arrowheads. Let's knock out some of these. How much fucking knowledge do we have? Got a lot of knowledge. Okay, so we got a couple things. We got bows and bowyers and things, so we can come over here now and produce bows. And more machines and things. So let's look at our bow production chain. It's going to take wood, which is fine because we have excess wood. We'll just throw it over here. And these guys need more wells, right? I think you're efficient. And you're going to take wood, and you're going to take rope, and you're going to make both of these things. Don't have crossbows unlocked, but they are available to research. And our production is still making profit, even with sales. Great. So we're going to now, instead of bricks, we're going to hang on to bricks. We're going to sell our finished products here. Anything over 100 we don't need. Cool. Now we need spices. You're a spice place, right? Yes, you are. You're next on the list. We'll set that up and we'll do that in the next episode, but we are over time and I have got to go. So, hope you guys enjoyed. We'll get through this and we're going to start to get into the more modern ones. I can't wait for the 3D graphics, but it's still nice to see where we came from and how far we've gotten. So, definitely a grind, some of these older games, but we will get through it. So, hope you guys enjoyed. I've been Sean, the Blue Screeners. As always, I'll catch you in the next one. Later.